To London High School here in Corpus Christi. We're Real Sports Live, and I'm Mark Molina, and we're here bringing you Friday night coverage of some volleyball right before we get into week 3 of football here in the Coastal Bend. Just want to welcome everybody watching. We have the hosting London Lady Pirates taking on the visiting Calallen Lady Wildcats. Lady Pirates coming into this game 6-2, while the Calallen Lady Cats coming in at 3-2 on the young season for them. Well, not so young, couple of weeks in. But I just want to welcome everybody. Have a nice slate of games on here for Real Sports Live, just like we have every Tuesday and Friday here over the last month or so. Just want to remind everybody here from the beginning, due to time constraints, we will have to visit the Tolosa Midway High School as London takes on Orange Grove in football action later tonight. So should 6:15 p.m. come around and this game has yet to conclude, we will have to cut it short as we have to move our system over to Tolosa Midway so we can get set up and make sure everything's troubleshot and working. But we will bring you this game up until about 6:15 p.m. Then, unfortunately, we're going to have to tear down and go due to time constraints. But 2 games here in the area, just trying to get to everybody. But just want to let everybody know that here ahead of time. Well, let's run down the Week 3 broadcast schedule. For volleyball, we have Sinton at Corpus Christi Miller. We had Rockport Fulton at West Osa, but that game was canceled at the last minute. Here we have this one, Calallen here at London, and Ingleside at Falfurrias. That's the volleyball slate for this Friday evening, tonight actually. And then to Orange Grove versus London at Tolosa Midway. We're going to bring you that later on tonight. Then we're going to have Sinton at Corpus Christi Miller, Refugio at Edna, Odom at West Oso, Fremont at Three Rivers, Taft at Freer, San Antonio Co at Falfurrias, and Kennedy at Woodsboro. So jam-packed night once again. So just keep it here at Real Sports Live and make sure to follow us everywhere you guys do social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're on the Roku Network and Apple TV. So go look for us, Real Sports Live, anywhere you guys do social media. Give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends. We got all the live sports coverage right here in the area, here in the Coastal Bend area. As everybody knows, we've been expanding our coverage here to the Coastal Bend while they start playing. And we wait for the Rio Grande Valley where we have brought you coverage of high school sports in that area over the last couple of years. But we have expanded this year, and we're very excited to be here in the Coastal Bend area, being able to bring you broadcasts twice a week, sometimes 3, maybe more. But tonight, really jam-packed Week 3 broadcast schedule. The last couple of weeks, just been able to bring you several games, and I want to thank everybody for watching and all the support out there. But we're moments away from this one. I'm about to get going. The 6-2 London Lady Pirates hosting the 3-2 Calallen Lady Wildcats here tonight. So just keep it here, and we're going to be back with the start of this game. We're Real Sports Live, bringing you Friday night volleyball coverage. We'll be back.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, and we're coming to you live from Corpus Christi London High School, bringing you Friday night volleyball action. We have a non-district matchup between the hosting London Lady Pirates and the visiting Calallen Lady Wildcats. We will bring you this broadcast up until about 6:15 p.m. before we have to tear down and head over to the football game where London will take on Orange Grove at Toloso Midway. The game moved over there for an increased seating capacity, so keep it here for that one. But we will, this broadcast team, myself, Jerry Trevino, we will need to get our system over there to bring you that game. So that takes a little bit of time to drive over, set up about a 20-minute drive from here. So we will bring you that later on tonight, but we will have to cut this one short at 6:15 p.m. if the game has not concluded. So we're going to apologize for that inconvenience, but we're trying to get everywhere here and bring as much coverage as possible here tonight for a really packed slate. We have this game, Sinton at Corpus Christi Miller, Ingleside at Falfurrias, among our volleyball games. Then we're going to have, for football, Orange Grove at London, Sinton at Corpus Christi Miller, Refugio at Edna, Odom at West Oso, Fremont at Three Rivers, Taft at Freer, and San Antonio Cole at Falfurrias. Also Kennedy at Woodsboro. So keep it here for that packed slate for week 3. So we're going to get going here momentarily. The Calallen varsity Lady Cats coached by Ashley Pettis, while the London Lady Pirates coached by Melinda Westcott. Last time we brought you the London Lady Pirates on this broadcast was a week ago as they took home a victory over the visiting Port Lavaca Calhoun Sandies. Lady Pirates took home that match in 4 sets, winning 3-1 overall. On the floor for the visiting Lady Wildcats, number 3, Reagan Tennille. Number 10, Ivana Alvarez. Number 2, Hannah Morris. Number 11, the libero, Monique Gonzalez. Number 14, Juliana Cuba. Gaba, excuse me. Number 12, Victoria Stratman. As the Lady Wildcats strike first for London. Middle, number 12, Ashley Lynn. Number 22, Ileana McNorton. Number 7, Brooke Busenlaner. Number 5, Cara Busey. Number 15, Taylor Marshall. And number 8, Hannah Gonzalez. For the London Lady Pirates out on the floor. As here's the setup. And there's McNorton on the approach at the net. Can't quite get to it. The ball didn't quite fall where she was hoping it did. And it's 2-0 early on, Lady Wildcats. Serving number 14, Juliana Gaba for the Lady Cats. Busenlaner sets it up. As Gonzalez sends it into the net, and she's met by a couple of defenders. And just like that, it's 3-0 for the visiting Lady Cats. Busenlaner with the set. Busey goes up with the spike, and she's met with a double block. That's number 10, Alvarez. Number 2, Morris. And the front row defensively for the Lady Cats right now coming up big. But Gaba sends that serve into the net. Fix the scoreboard here. It's 4-1. Calallen over Lady Pirates, but serving right now is Elena McNorton. Here's a setup by Morris. And there was the spike attempt by Alvarez into the net. That's going to be a point for the Lady Pirates, who have picked up back-to-back points here. Nearly going. Elena McNorton back for the serve. McNorton pops it up. Busenlaner sends it over. Controlled by Calallen. Tennille went up with the spike attempt. Sends it out past the end line. And it's going to be 3 straight points for the hosting Lady Pirates. McNorton back at the service line once again. She sends it deep. Out past the end line. It's now 5-3. Lady Cats. And serving is Hannah Morris for Calallen. Busenlaner pops it up. She sends it over. Controlled by Calallen. Here's the setup for Tennille. Sends it right over. Busey with the pass. McNorton with the setup for number 12, Ashley Lynn, who had a good game last week for us. She was quite the force for the Lady Pirates. And there's a point there for the Lady Cats. 6-3. McNorton pops it up, and there's Lynn able to send it back over, controlled by Calallen, and Morris tried to set it up there, but she sends it into the net. Point for Lady Pirates as number 8, Hannah Gonzalez, back to serve. Morris sets it up for Tennille. She goes up with the spike, picks up the kill. Go back and check that replay. There's the pass, there's the setup, and there's the kill there from the outside. Nicely done there by Calallen. Morris with the setup. On the other side, there's a double block from London Lady Pirates control. Backline attack for Lynn, who sends it to the back row. Picks up a point for Lady Pirates as it was deflected out past the inline by Calallen. There's Tennille, sends that one towards the back row and inside the inline. It's going to be another point for Calallen, which leads 8-5 here in the early going of set number 1. Lynn goes up. It's controlled by Calallen there. Lynn got a good piece of that one there. As Busenlaner sends it towards the end line and picks up the point on the spike and the kill. See the instant replay on the split screen. That one was controlled by London after a nice shot there by Lynn, but there's a nice setup and Busenlaner picks up the point after she picks up the kill. Lady Pirates pick up a point. They're within a point now. It's 8-7. And there's a nice block by Lynn in the center. And sends it up. Here's a setup. And there's Lynn. There's shades of last week. And Lynn just so good when she gets the set and the timing down just right. When she has all the time in the world just to get to it. All the timing's right. Asking a lot of the defenders on the other side to control it. 8-8 here. Popped up really high. Here's a set by Lynn. As Solis sends it over. Controlled by Lady Cats. And there's a dig by Solis. Sends it over and out. Nice effort there by Solis. But the ball sails over the net and out past the white line. Just want to remind everybody that we will be bringing you this game up until about 6:15. As we are expected over at Tolosa Midway for the London Orange Grove game. As Lady Pirates tie it up there as Calallen tried to get the return, but ball rides the net, hits the pole, and goes out of bounds. Serving right now, Taylor Marshall, number 15 for the Lady Pirates. She also had a good game last week in the win against Calhoun. Here's the setup, and there's the attempt by Juliana Caba. And that's Hannah Morris, sends it into the net, and the Lady Pirates lead for the first time since trailing. Well, leads for the first time in this set. They opened the set trailing 4-0. And that's Evans sending it out past the end line. 10-10 now. Serving number 11, the libero Monique Gonzalez for the Lady Cats. Sends it over. Solis with the pass, and then there's Lynn off the setup, controlled. Busenlander tried to pop it up, but it goes off the arms of Taylor Marshall and out past the end line. It's going to give Calallen the lead back. It's 11-10. Back and forth we go here. In set 1. As Gonzalez sends that serve past the end line. 11 all now. And here's Ashley Lynn serving for the Lady Pirates. There's a jump serve. Sends it to Gonzalez. And that was Kerrigan Valdez trying to just tap the ball over. but sends it into a wall of Lady Pirates. It's as the ball falls on her side of the net. 12-11. Here's Lynn once again on the serve. Gonzalez pops it up. Valdez with the set. As Lynn gets a piece of it, sends it over the net. 12-all now. And a competitive set to open up this match. Busenlener pops it up high, and there's Lynn. Valdez with the setup. Tennille sends it over. Here's the set for Evans, who sends it past the inline, controlled by Lady Wildcats. And that's Reagan Tennille, who goes up with it. Meets a wall, Lady Pirates, but it's blocked and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a point for Calallen after that. Contest at the net. Juliana Gaba serves this one. Popped up high. That's Busey. Goes up with the spike and picks up the kill. 13-all there after that point. Go back and see that replay. Going back to the serve. Just popped up high, and you see Busey go up hard with it. Times it right, able to pick up the point. Marshall bumps it up and over. (14-13) Lady Cats. Busey sends it towards the back line, and she's going to pick up another kill there. And it's 14-all in the seesaw battle here in set number 1. Serving for the Lady Pirates, number 8, Hannah Gonzalez. There's a set. There's the kill by Ivana Alvarez. Sends it over and unable to be controlled. That was McNorton trying to make a play on the ball. It's 15-14 now, Calallen. Alvarez back to serve. Sends it over the net. Lynn pops it up. McNorton goes after it and sends it out past her own end line. 16-14 now. As Calallen strings together a couple. Lynn pops it up. Busey with the set. There's a backline attack by Hannah Gonzalez. And that came down on Megan Einer. Tried to make a play on it. Could not. What a play there. (17-15) after that play. Reagan Tennille with the jump serve. It's going to be point for the Lady Pirates. 17-16, other than a 4-point cushion that Calallen started with, it's been a close game overall. Brooke Busenlener with the serve for Lady Pirates. There's the attack by Moore, and here's Lynn, goes up with an attack of her own, but pulls it left, goes out of bounds. 18-16 now. Favor of Calallen. Back to serve is Kerrigan Valdez for Calallen. And Lynn went up with that one, but sends it into the net. And there's a timeout by the London Lady Pirates as they want to talk about it as they trail 19-16. And there's the first timeout of the game, and we're going to take a break here. This is Real Sports Live, coming to you live from London High School.
Texas Fest on March 13 and 14 at the San Benito Fairgrounds. Experience the Battle of the Alamo. See the fabulous Grammy winner Erida Reina Yavante and legendary Jaime de Anda, plus Los Garcia Brothers, Sereno, H3, Grupo Ácido, huge car show, market days, and join the IBCA State Championship Cook-Off. Take in native Indian, folklorico, and Aztec dancers, Reyes dancing horses, and rock climbing wall and games. Don't miss Texas Fest in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back here in London High School. This is Real Sports Live, bringing you coverage of Coastal Bend Volleyball. The Lady Pirates picked up a point there as we were coming back from break. It's now 19-17. As Marshall skips that one just over the net. Looks like a premature whistle there by the referee. Looks like we're going to have a reserve. Valdez pops it up, sets it up for Morris, who sends it over, controlled by Lady Pirates. Lynn sends it over. Valdez pops it up again. Serves it up for Gaba. He's able to convert for the point. 20-17 now. Lady Wildcats. And set number 1. Busey sets it up. Busey and Leonard for Lynn, who sends it over. Valdez chases it down. Backline attack by Tanel. Gonzalez sends it to the back row. Valdez sets it up for Alvarez. And then Lynn with the outside hit and the point. And give her time, just like that. They set her up nicely. She's able to go up and get it. There's Lynn with the jump serve. And Alvarez sends it sailing past the end line. Well, actually, they're going to say it came down. Oh, nope. Point goes to Lady Pirates as Lynn serves once again. Valdez sets it up for Alvarez. Met at the net. Controlled, and that was Lynn going to the ground, trying to get a piece of it. But could not. 21-19 now. And that one rides the net, and Gonzalez kind of ducks it as it goes over her for the point. Well, now they're going to say it went out. It's going to be a point for the Lady Pirates. Looks like Gonzalez knew it. Tried to get out of the way, and smart thinking there as the point goes over to London. Serving is Elena McNorton now. As 20 serves 21. Valdez sets it up for Alvarez. Taps it. There's a double block. There's Lynn controls it. Busey sets it up. Lynn with the back line attack. There's a setup. And Tanel sends it past two Lady Pirates at the net. Looks like that was Busey and number 7, Busenlener. Set up for Busey. Lightly taps it over a couple of defenders. Lynn controls it. McNorton sets it up. Outside hit for Busenlander, and it gets sent back the other way. Been double blocked by Alvarez and Morris. Actually, that was Tennell, and there's a timeout on the floor once again by London as they see set one slipping away. And we're going to take another break after another timeout on the floor for Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
And we're back. Coming out of timeout. Nice rally going here. And going up for the attack was Victoria Stratman. Gets deflected. And there's a question whether it was out or tipped. And the officials gonna give the nod to the Lady Pirates. 23-21 now. As serving, this is Cazales. Alvarez sets it up for Victoria Stratman, who sends it into the net. It's 22-23 now. Cazales. With the serve is a setup by Morris, and Alvarez goes up for the attempt and the kill. Looks like McNorton went down to get it, just could not. Point there, and now Lady Wildcats on the verge of taking set number one. You'll see the replay to the right. Let's get back to the game here as the conclusion of the set's coming up. And that was Stratman goes up to take the set. We'll see the instant replay on how that one concluded. There's a nice setup, and there's the outside hit by Stratman, and it sends it to the back line. Nobody there. As Calallen takes the first set of this match, 25-22. We have a couple of minutes between sets, and we're going to bring you set number two here in a couple of minutes. But as we regroup on the floor, we'll take a break here. I'm Mark Molina, and this is Real Sports Live, bringing you Coastal Bend volleyball coverage here on Friday night. Keep it here. We'll be back.
Today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to London High School. As we're Real Sports Live bringing you volleyball coverage here from the Coastal Bend. And the visiting Calallen Lady Wildcats taking set number 1 from the hosting Lady Pirates. 25-22. So Lady Wildcats take set number 1. As Lynn sends it over and to the back line, and that's Lady Wildcats unable to get to that one. And that's 2 straight here for the Lady Pirates. Lady Pirates started set number 1 down 4-0, and there was a back and forth. But it was the Lady Wildcats who finished that set strong. And there's an ace there by McNorton. And 3 straight points here by the Lady Pirates. As the 6 p.m. hour creeps up on us, ladies and gentlemen, around 6:15, we will end this broadcast and tear down and head over to Tolosa Midway to bring you the London football game against Orange Grove at Tolosa Midway. So due to time constraints, we will have to tear down here and go over there to bring you that broadcast. But meanwhile, we're going to keep it going here for the next 15-20 minutes. And the Lady Pirates this time open up this set, leading 4-0. Flipping the script, here's McNorton. There's Alvarez. Sends it into a pair of Lady Pirates at the net. Picks up the first point for the Lady Wildcats in set number 2. And this is Morris, who sends it sailing past the end line. 5-1 now. Lady Pirates here in set number 2. There's a setup. Alvarez goes up for the spike and picks up the kill there. Let's go to the split screen. See the nice setup and the outside hit by Alvarez. Gets the deflection from the 2 defenders on the front row. There's another kill. for Calallen. It's 5-3 now. And Alvarez sends that one into the net. Point Calallen. Point London. As number 5, Cara Busey serves. Here's the setup by Morris. And that's the spike and the kill by number 12, Victoria Stratman at the net. 6-4 now. Lady Wildcats taking 4 of the last 6 points. And Lynn goes up hard. Nice approach, nice spike. Picks up the kill. Lynn set up nice there on the outside, able to get the calm approach. Go up, time it just right. Good contact on the spike. Follows through. Just good overall there. As Busenlener, this serve goes to the back row. Alvarez to Busenlener, sends it up. Solis pops it up. And Busey two-hands it from the back row. Here's a set. Busey, nice play at GD. One hands it over. And that was Monique Gonzalez, the libero, trying to make a play on the ball. After the front row kept it alive there, but no dice as London goes up 8-4. Gaba goes up with the spike and the kill. It's now 8-5. Kerrigan Valdez in for the serve. Here's a setup, and there's a nice approach by Evans, controlled by Lady Wildcats. Busey tried to make a play there on the back row, but it's going to be a point over for Calallen. As Valdez serves once again. That one goes sailing out past the end line. 9-6 now for the hosting Lady Pirates. Taylor Marshall in to serve. Here's a setup, and there's Lynn on the outside. Goes up hard, but it's going to be a point after an infraction for the Lady Wildcats. London trailing in this match, 1-0. Lynn sends it to the back row. And Calallen unable to come up with a return. As Lynn back to serve. There's a jump serve by Lynn. Valdez pops it up. There's Alvarez. Gets met with the double block and gets sent out of bounds there. Looks like Evans tried to pop it up, but it goes off her hands and sailing out to the left. There's a setup. There's the attack by Busey, and that one sails out past the white line. 10-9 now. Gaba with the jump serve. She's going to come up with the ace there. And it's 10-all. Saw a little bit of this in the last set, but it was London trailing 4-0 before they came roaring back, and this time it's Calallen after a 4-0 hole. Popped up. Marshall sends it back over. Controlled by Calallen. Sent over by Tennell, who sends it in into a wall of Lady Pirates, but it falls in favor of Calallen there. It's 11-10. Lady Cats, but Gaba sends that one into the nets. 11-all. Back and forth we go here. Elena McNorton back to serve for the Lady Pirates. Valdez goes to the ground and able to save it. Sent over by Gonzalez. McNorton with the setup. Busey goes up and it's sent back the other way. There's a double block there by Alvarez and Tennell. It's 12-11 now. Favor of Calallen. Serving is Morris. McNorton sets it up. Sent over, controlled by Calallen. And that's Tennell going to get credit with the kill after deflected out of bounds off one of the Lady Pirates. 13-11 now, Calallen. Here's a setup by Morris, and Alvarez goes up. And that's a point for the Lady Pirates after they whistle in the infraction. Hannah Cazales back to serve for London. McNorton pops it up. Busenlener sends it over, controlled by Calallen. And Busey try to get one over on Calallen there, and that's Tennell. Goes up, sends it into the net. 13-all now. And Cazales back to serve once again for Calallen. Now at 13 here. There's a setup by Morris. Tennell goes up hard, gets the deflection on the attack. 14-13. Alvarez serving for Calallen. 14 serving 13. Nice play there on the back row as Cazales sends it over, controlled by Calallen. Here's the setup in Tennell. Sends it over, but sent back over by McNorton. Here's the setup. Tennell two-hands it over. Popped up by McNorton. Busenlener sets it up. Marshall got a piece of it, but didn't time it right. Sends it into the net. (15-13). Lady Wildcats as that ball skips just past the net. Here's the setup by McNorton. Busey with the nice approach goes up for the attack, the spike, and the kill. Busey serving for London. 14 serving 15. There's a setup and the kill for Megan Eichner. It's 14-16 now. In favor of Calallen. As this jump serve goes into the net, 15-16. Calallen in the lead still. Busenlener back to serve for the Lady Pirates. Kaba sends it towards the back row. Set up, and Lynn sends it deep. Controlled by Calallen. Kept alive, sent over. Here's the setup. There's the outside hit by McNorton. It skips on the net. But they're going to give the point to Calallen on the infraction. (17-15) Calallen now as Valdez sends it into the net. 17-16 now. Taylor Marshall back to serve for Lady Pirates. Eichner goes up, sends it into the net. 17-all now. As Marshall back to serve once again for Lady Pirates, who opened up this set leading 4-0. Set is tightened up and it's a back and forth affair. As they both met the middle of the net, looks like we're going to have a reserve. 17-all now. This one sails past the end line. Calallen back on top, 18-17. And by our watches, it's about 6:08. A few more minutes before we have to tear down here and pack up and head over to Tolosa Midway, where the Pirates are going to be hosting the taking on the Orange Grove Bulldogs, as Lynn picks up a kill after that attack. 18-all here, Lady Pirates. As Ashley Lynn goes back to serve. There's the jump serve, sent it towards the back row. Nice hustle play there as Calallen able to return it. Busey sends it sailing past the back row, and that's Scaba who tried to save it. But nobody there. London back in the lead as Lynn comes up with the serve. Valdez sets it up for Alvarez. And another point for London after the whistle. Lady Pirates lead, and the Lady Wildcats are going to want to talk it over as the hosting Lady Pirates lead 20-18 here in set number 2. We're Real Sports Live, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back.
We're about to come out of the timeout here. And ladies and gentlemen, here really soon we are going to have to wrap things up here and get set up as London picks up a point there. Goes up 21-18 now. Lady Pirates a little bit of a cushion after a back and forth affair. Now out in front by 3 points. But soon we're going to have to wrap things up and get over the Tolosa Midway. For London's game against Orange Grove, Tolosa Midway, as the game was moved in favor for a larger stadium with more seating capacity. As Scaba goes up, picks up the point after that attack, 22-19. And we have a timeout on the floor. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to cut it there and cut this broadcast a little bit short. We're going to have to wrap things up here, and we're going to have to head over to Tolosa Midway for that London football game against Orange Grove. So we apologize for the inconvenience, but due to time constraints, we're going to have to get over there if we want to bring that broadcast to you. So keep it here. Thank you for joining us here on this broadcast. We'll see you in about an hour or so, live from Tolosa Midway. I'm Mark Molina. We're Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching this volleyball broadcast.